This video is brought to you by OneFootball, the one and only place to get all your football news. Hey guys, it's Gameface here and welcome back to episode 9 of my Napoli remote. Now in today's episode we are getting into the January transfer window. Now we've got a few games to get through as well, hopefully. We'll have to wait and see exactly how many we're able to get through. So hopefully going to get through these first two at least. The first game is against Verona, that's a home match, and then we've got a cup game after that as well against Juve. That's in the round of 16 in that cup game. So we'll wait and see whether we are able to get any further and maybe get to the Atalanta game. Although the likelihood is, with us being in the transfer window, we probably won't quite get there, to be honest. We might have some transfer dealings to do. We're hopefully going to be selling one or two players that we don't necessarily need, and maybe even bringing in their replacements as well. I should mention in between episodes, we've got an injury there to Mertens. He's out for 3 weeks with a sprained knee. That's obviously some sort of injury that he's had over the international break or whatever it's been. So that's a little bit disappointing. We're going to have to deal with that now for the next couple of games, but hopefully he'll be back before the end of the month, and we are going to now sim on a little bit further and see how we get on, whether we get any transfer bids in or anything like that. Before we do though, if we could try and hit 75 likes on today's episode, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic as well. Let's crack on with things. Transfer offer in here for Hamšík from Spurs, £56.5 million, quite a large bid for him, but no interest in selling him whatsoever. He's been in really good form recently. He's our third top goal scorer as well in the league, so no interest in selling him. It would have to be a lot more than that for us to be able to sign anybody that's playing anywhere near as good as he is right now, so no interest whatsoever. As you can see, Inter Milan currently on the same points as us. They're currently top, and I found out that that's based on, even though we've got a high goal difference, that's actually based on how you got on against that team. So we lost to Inter Milan, I think 2-0 earlier on in the season, so that's the reason why they're in front of us. Okay, this is the team going to put out for this league game. This is a home match against a team that we should really be trying to beat in Verona. It was tempting to sin it, but with us being on the same amount of points as Inter Milan, we have to guarantee wins. And I think we've got a better chance of doing that by playing it. Also, I want to play this game as well. So we've got Kepa starting in goal, as you'd expect. Gulam at right back there, Koulibaly and Maksimovic there at centre back. Guerrero as our left back as well. Diawara, Hamšík and Jorginho in midfield. Milik coming in, obviously, for the injured Mertens up front. Insigne on the left-hand side. Callahan on the right-hand side. It was tempting to put Insigne down the middle and maybe then put Unas in the team, but we're going to go Milik. He has played well at times, although usually off the bench. This is the bench I've gone with as well. Leandrinho comes onto the bench. He wasn't usually playing, but obviously with the injury situation, he comes onto the bench. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully get ourselves a good victory. Hopefully get 3 points. Hope that Inter Milan drop points at the same time as well. So let's see how we get on. Let's hopefully get ourselves a victory. Okay, then here we go. We're going to kick this match off here. Milik to take the kick, and let's see whether we can get ourselves an early goal in this game. Obviously got to look to try and win this one quite comfortably. Got a cup game in 4 days' time, which we'll make changes for. But certainly for this match, we have to win to be able to obviously at least, or maybe even more, and maybe even try and overtake Inter Milan at some point, but at least try and catch up with them. Diawara into Insigne. Insigne with a great chance again to put it in for Milik, this time punched by the keeper. Such a good chance yet again for us. Didn't quite manage to create too much from it though. Not had a shot, I don't think, yet, so that's to change. Hamšík might, and no, it gets intercepted again. Gotta be offside. No, it's not. He's on. It was left by the guy at the front post, otherwise I think it would have been offside there if it was Pizzini, but it's put in at the back post. We're losing the game 1-0, and it's a good ball out wide there. We've not managed to deal with it. Guerrero's miles out of position. Koulibaly's not marking anyone, and it's a free run there into the box, and he just puts it into an empty net. Kepa can't quite get there, and Verona have taken the lead. 2 shots, and they've taken one of them. They've scored. We've yet to have a shot, I don't think, so can't really complain about that, but they're terrible defending from us. Great bit of play. Now a chance. Cut out, but Milik still gets there. Milik, oh, just tackled again. How many times that can happen? Milik gonna have to shoot here for a tight angle. Good save there by Silvestri. And it's parried away. Just about going to get there. It's the defender, but we'll take the throw-in. Okay, starting to build something up here. Hopefully going to get ourselves an equaliser before half-time. Still a little bit longer left. Jorginho going to look for a cross. It's a good ball in. Oh, we've hit the post. Great chance. Our best so far of the game. That's got to be a foul. Missed the ball and he took the player and nothing's been given, but a really good chance. Thought we'd equalise, maybe should have equalised as well. The volley hits the post though. Half-time losing the game 1-0, not good enough at all. Have a look how many shots we've had, but I don't think it'll be any more than 2 to be honest. Pretty poor first half performance from us, need to try and step things up. Main issues, obviously, Mertens isn't in the team, and that's obviously hurting us a little bit. We've actually had more shots than the opposition, which I definitely didn't expect. The stats look a little bit more favourable towards us, especially possession as well, than I'd anticipated, really. Tempting to take Milik off. He's obviously slowing the attacks down a little bit, not as fast as Mertens. But then it's who do you really replace him with? Pulisic not particularly proven himself. I think last episode he might have scored off the bench, but nothing major really from him. So, yeah, it's difficult to know exactly what to do. We're going to keep things the same, though, for the first 10-15 minutes. Hamšík over to Milik, that's good. Now needs somebody in the middle, though. If Milik's come wide, Milik's still going. Maybe could have passed it to the edge of the box. They'll make the change now, I think, even though we are starting to look a little bit better. It's going to have to be Milik to come off, and we'll bring on Pulisic instead. Tempting to also bring on Unas as well, but for now we'll keep it like that, I think. Hamšík maybe needs to get a little bit further forward. He's not quite done that as much as I'd want him to. Tempted to put him up front, to be honest, because he did play well there, but we'll go with that for now. Jorginho trying to turn his man, he does as well. Jorginho, oh, he pulls her back, fine, we've done it. We've levelled, and just as a sub got made, we've managed to get back on level terms. It's 1-1. Jorginho with a great turn of the midfielder. He should probably do a little bit better, to be honest. He allows him to turn too easily and take a shot as well. Nobody really confronts him after that, and it's a good finish. Just gets it past Pulisic and smashes it home. 1-1. It's come from nothing, not really had any clear-cut chances like that, but it's a good finish from him. Hamšík looking for the switch there to Insigne. What a pass. He's unmarked. Insigne. He's going to go through and shoot. Oh, he's scored. He's put us in front just 5 minutes later. And it's a fantastic finish from Insigne. Great pass over the top. I think it was outside of the foot as well. Might have been Hamšík with the ball through, but it's a great finish there from Insigne. Gets it past Silvestri. It's 2-1. Garçons in front in this game for the first time. And within 60 minutes, we've eventually managed to do it. 30 minutes left of the game to try and extend our lead. Or I don't really want to cling on, so we'll try and extend our lead if we can. But it's a good finish. And we're finally going from Jorginho, lays it off. Hamšík's going to run onto it. And the shot's a little bit tame in the end, actually. I was expecting him to maybe even blaze it over the bar, but it's out for a corner. And we've got Insigne to try and hit the front post if we can. Oh, flicks on, actually. I was trying to go for the shot originally, but nearly flicks onto the back post. Jorginho, ball through to Hamšík. Hamšík now going to come inside, look for the ball to the back post to Callahan, who takes a touch and shoots. What a save by Silvestri. The finish wasn't quite there from Callahan, disappointing, but it's a good save by the keeper anyway to get in front of it. 20 minutes left of this game, and we're going to make the final couple of changes now. Unas and Alan to come on. We're going to take off Jorginho and also Insigne as well. Give those guys a rest and also bring on the fresh legs as well. Unas is usually quite good on the left-hand side with him being left-footed, so we'll go with that, see how we get on. Hopefully try and extend our lead still. Hamšík to deliver this corner. Callahan's in there, nearly found him actually. Unas has it. Can we find anybody here? Going to try and pick out Guerrero, who's going to go for a cross, and it's not the greatest, but Pulisic did quite well actually and dived on it to try and get there. Well played. Unas cuts it out. Now going to shift it over here to Hamšík, who takes a great touch and shoots. It's 3-1. We've capitalised from a huge Silvestri error there, and we've managed to do a fantastic job of scoring as well. Hamšík bursting into the box, shooting his left foot. It's a really good finish. Just intercepting that pass. I think the original error comes from Silvestri, though, rolling it out when we had so many players around. But it's a great finish. We managed to capitalise on it, and we should now go on to win the game at 3-1. All through here, going to look to Callahan. He gets there first. Callahan looking for a finish as well, and we've done it 4-1. What a turnaround from losing the game 1-0. We've managed to go on and get 4 goals as well. Fantastic turnaround in the second half. And it's deserved as well, being much better, much more quality as well. I think the change of bringing on Pulisic worked. Obviously, we scored the first goal just before then, or just as he came on, in fact. So it wasn't necessarily him that made the impact. I think from then you have a bit more pace in the attack, and Milik was kind of slowing things down a little bit too much. But it's worked really well. We've been much better, created some chances, and we've taken them. Oh, great one too. Hamšík again with his left foot, nearly a fifth. So good there from Hamšík, though. Great little 1-2 around the player and saved by Silvestri. Another one on his left foot as well. Hits it so well on that weaker side. And the keeper gets a hand to it. Out for a corner. Hamšík to deliver this as well. Koulibaly's at the front post, wins it and scores. It's 1 for Koulibaly as well, 5-1. We've managed to win a header in the box, and Hamšík will get the assist. Koulibaly will get the goal. Great header, found the bottom left-hand corner. Silvestri had no chance. In the 90th minute, we extend our lead further, and somehow we've got 5 goals in the second half. Really, really good performance. What a turnaround. And Koulibaly adds probably the final one of the game, you'd imagine. That's it, 5-1 victory against Verona there. Obviously, we should have won, really. I mean, it was a game where we expected to win, but we'll happily take it, especially from being 1-0 down and with such a good first-half performance from them. It was going to be always difficult to try and get back into the game, but we did early on in the second half, and then from then on we pushed on and managed to get ourselves quite a few more goals. So very happy to see that happen. 16 shots, 12 on target, and by the end of the match, it was fully deserved. Some player development to do before we take a look at the league table, because I think tomorrow, it's an Inter Milan play, so we'll see how they get on that match. We'll sim to the next day and see whether they do win or lose and how it affects, obviously, the table positions. Hopefully they drop some sort of points. I'll happily take a draw, anything to go top. And let's just see how they get on in that game. First of all, we've got the Player of the Year announced. It's Hazard that wins Player of the Year. And is it Zidane that's got Manager of the Year? Seems like it. Would have been nice to have won it, but you can't win them all. Okay, let's see how Inter Milan got on. I'm assuming they've played now. Yes, and they won as well, so they remain top and exactly the same amount of wins, draws and losses as them this season. So very, very similar sort of form that we've had. We've scored more goals, we've also conceded more as well, but seems like they did get themselves a win there. It might have been a narrow one. We'll take a look. How did? Yeah, they won 1-0 against Fiorentina there, so it's a tight one. Only just beat them, but yeah, gutted to see we haven't quite caught up just yet. Player returns from injury, that's Mertens. That's a really quick return from injury, only missed one game. Don't know whether he'll quite make it back for this cup game, so that might be 2 games, but good to see that he's returning fairly swiftly. We do have monthly scouting updates as well to take a look at. I might just do that off camera, to be honest. Sepe wants a loan. Our third choice goalkeeper wants to go out on loan. I mean, it just affects us really. We'd have to get in a third choice goalkeeper. I mean, if we have one in the academy that we can use, then of course we'll sell him and we'll just keep the money and use one of our academy players as our third choice. But I don't know if we do. I'll have to take a look whether we've got a good enough one to come into the team. No real standout players in these scouting updates. Look disappointing this one. And we don't have a goalkeeper either. So yeah, that's a little bit disappointing not to have that option in the youth academy. But that means we just have to keep that keeper now. He's not going to be leaving us. Okay, so this cup game now against Chivo. This is the team I'm going to go with. There has been a few changes, but still a good enough team, I think, to win the match. We've got plenty of time. I think it might be an international break before the next game, so plenty of time for those guys to recover. Rangers going to start in goal this time round. He's started at right back. Koulibaly again starting, but this time with Albiol and Marco Rui to his left. We've got Jorginho, Zielinski and Hamšík in midfield with Callahan, Insigne up front and Unas on the left-hand side. So yeah, starting Insigne up front, going to see how that goes. I think he has played pretty well there previously. It might be that we have to swap Insigne and Hamšík around during the game. That might work a little bit better, but we'll wait and see how he gets on. This is the bench I've gone with Leandrinho again on there, as is Rog this time round. Swapped around the defenders as well, so they have so we have good options if we need them. Not going to be making any signings just yet. Still waiting for some transfer offers in for players like Giaccherini, who is obviously a player of transfer listed as well. He might be the only one that we get a bid in for if we do get any bids, but until then we can't really sign anybody that's that decent. To be honest, we've got about £8 million to spend, so we could do with another 9 or 10 from that sale ideally. Okay, then here we go for this game. Let's see how we get on. Got to try and get ourselves through into the next round because we want to be trying to win as many trophies as we can this season. So this is obviously certainly one that we want to try and continue and hopefully win as well. So let's find out how we get on anyway. Got to try and get ourselves a victory despite the changed team. Koulibaly for that pass to Callahan, that's good. Callahan now going to try and pick out Insigne, who's got loads of pace down this middle. He's causing a little bit of havoc at the moment, but they've dealt with him for now. Over to Unas, who's going to look to Marco Rui for the overlap. Good play. Marco Rui with the ball into Hamšík. Oh, everything was perfect, but the finish, the keeper does really well. And we don't do so well with that touch, do we? But goalkeeper comes out and does fantastic. I think it's the only way you can possibly save that chance, to be honest. Great play. Hamšík makes a good run into the middle, but comes out so well as the keeper and manages to get a block in. Chance now for the opposition. Good save by Pepe Reina. They've got a follow-up as well. Hits the post. And that's the sort of response that we've got after not taking our chance. And it was close to them taking the lead now. Ball through here. Good chance. And it's going to be a goal, isn't it? We've again conceded first. Frustrating. Inside 20 minutes. We've gone down 1-0. Obviously, we saw what can happen in the last game. We went on to win it 5-1, but just annoying not to take the lead. You want to be able to do that rather than have to claw your way back from losing the game. That's exactly what's going to have to happen in this match now. It's a goal. They've had 2 shots, then they've scored 1. We were unable to take our chance to Hamšík, and we've been punished as a result of that. But yeah, frustrating, but we're going to have to try and get back in the game now. Oh, lost it again in the box. Should be a penalty as well, because I fouled someone in the box when he didn't have the ball all over the place. And that was purely because it didn't let me clear it when I tried to. Pepe Reina's going to try and get there, punching away. Really being pending at the moment, struggling to clear it. Good chance again, put in a block. Reina's got to get there. Callahan looking into the middle. Good ball. Insigne actually wins it somehow, but saved by the goalkeeper. No idea how he managed to actually get on the end of that one, to be honest, but he did, and still wasn't able to direct it quite past the keeper, though. Oh, what a ball in, unmarked. Should be 2-0. A better quality team takes that chance, and that will be much more difficult for us to come back from. Should do so much better. Again, no idea where the defenders are. I mean, where's the right back gone? He's all over the place and out of position yet again, but not being punished this time. Oh, good save by Pepe Reina. They've hit it on the volley. Having plenty of chances. We're going to make probably all 3 changes, I think, maybe at half-time here. I'm just a bit gutted we don't have our full-backs that we usually have on the bench because we desperately need them now. I think there's a few places we can definitely improve, and one of them is that right-back position. Don't quite look fast enough there to cope with when our team gets stretched, but we'll look at that half-time anyway. Still going to try and focus on getting on level terms. Unas with no real options in the middle. Hamsik now looking for it. Going to go for a cross this time and headed away again. Half-time losing the game 1-0. Let's make some changes. 2 changes at half-time. We've got Tonalini and Milik to come on. We're going to take off Isaj and also Zielinski as well. Change things around slightly just to allow Insigne to play the centre attacking mid in behind Milik, who ironically is probably perfect for this game, to be honest. But we'll see anyway how we get on in the second half. I just felt we need more height up front to be able to get the ball to our front man. But we'll see how Insigne gets on now, just in behind the striker instead of obviously playing as the striker. So Hamsik will also drop back a little bit, which isn't great because he is pretty good further forward, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, final change. Jorginho to come off. We're going to bring on Pulisic. Change formation, 3-3-4 formation. Not one you often see, but we're going to go with it anyway. Insigne and obviously helped out a little bit by Marco Rubio now in midfield, and Hamsik just supporting him a little bit. But 25 minutes left. Got to try and get ourselves a goal still. Oh, ball into Pulisic. That's good. Pulisic still has it. Now look for that pass into Insigne. Oh, blocked again. Needs to be a quicker shot. Didn't let me take it quickly. And so we've got ourselves, should be, no, it's not even a corner. Oh, falls to Milik. Now Hamsik, oh, off the post and in, it's an equaliser. It's come from absolutely nothing, and Hamsik gets it. He's pulled one back with 13 minutes left. Wow, okay, that's a big goal. It's so scruffy. It falls to him so fluky as well, but we take it first time and it just comes off the post and no idea how he managed that. But he runs forward and he gets ourselves the goal with 12 minutes to go now. Can we find a winner? Don't really want to have to go into extra time or a second leg. And let's see whether we do have it in our team still. It does mean that now we're going to see the opposition attack us a little bit more, which might put our 3 at the back under a bit more pressure. So we might have to change things back, but we'll see how we go for now. Insigne wins it. Callahan now back heel into Pulisic. He's still got it. Looking for a runner forward. Hamsik. Going to have to hit it. Oh, it's into the top right-hand corner. What a finish from Hamsik, the captain. He's done it. That should take us through into the next round. No idea how he's managed to do that, but he's fired it into the top right-hand corner. And it's Hamsik with a double there in the final 12 minutes. What a strike that was to put us in front and ultimately probably win us the game, you would imagine. Great bit of play yet again. I mean, again, it's fairly scrappy initially, but we managed to win it back and hit it through the legs of Pulisic maybe there. He just about manages to, I think, jump over it in the end. Really strange goal, but we'll happily take it. He does jump over it as well, and there's no stopping that. It's right into the top corner there, and it should be the winning goal in the final few seconds of the game. Hamsik does it, and that could be the winning goal. Let's go defensive now. I don't want to be on attacking anymore. That should surely be it. We've not changed the formation, but we're going to just go with it anyway. And we've held on. That's a 2-1 victory, gets us into the next round. Not the sort of win that we wanted to have, but it's obviously a win nevertheless, so we'll take it. And we go through into the quarterfinals, I think, now. Really strange match. The opposition had more shots than us, 11 shots, 4 on target. But yeah, we somehow managed to get through, and luckily just the quality of Hamsik there got us through into the next round. Great performance from him, especially the fact he's playing a little bit further back than usual as well. Okay, now to some emails. Finally get some transfer offers in, and one of them for a player we actually want to sell as well. It's from Porto, but £6.2 million, not quite good enough. We've had better offers in the past, but we're going to just basically delegate and try and get a little bit more. So we're going to start at £10 million, and we're going to see whether we can try and sell for 9. I would probably sell at 9 million. I know I didn't before, but now I probably would, to be honest, just so we can try and maybe bring in a player of our own. So we'll see what happens with that one. They might not want to go as high as that. So we've also got a bid in for Insigne. Tottenham again putting in the exact same amount, but for a different player this time. Again, no interest in selling our best players. Because we got through into the quarterfinals of that game, we've got a game against Milan up next. I don't know if we'll quite have enough time though, to be honest. We'll probably just do some transfers. I think we've got the international break coming up or something. There's some sort of break anyway. So that's good to see we've got a good team in the next round. Looking forward to that game. Hopefully can be a bit more comfortable than the last match, but I doubt it with it being Milan. We lost to them last time we played them as well. Okay, just heard that Pepe Reina has been approached by Arsenal, a pre-contract agreement. We can either sign up to a new deal or just allow him to leave at the end of the season. I think we'll just allow him to leave, to be honest. He's obviously a little bit older. We've brought in a replacement goalkeeper. Even though he does do an okay job for us in game, I still think we should just let him leave, to be honest, at 35 years old and try and bring somebody else in at the end of the season. Another transfer offer in, this time for Real Albiol, Borussia Mönchengladbach, £13 million. Again, not really a player I'm too interested in selling right now. Not for £13 million anyway, let's put it that way. I think he might Let me just check whether he's actually transfer listed. No, he's not. Okay. So he's a player that I was considering probably next season, though. In the summer, I expect to get rid of him. Just because he's 32, obviously, you know, a little bit slower. But I don't think right now is the right time. So we are going to reject it. Again, I'd look for more than that as well, really, for him. Probably look around for 15. But obviously, he's getting a little bit older now. So we'll wait and see what we get in the summer. Pepe Reina's transfer talks break down. So he doesn't move to Arsenal in the end. Bidding for Hisaj as well from Southampton, £20.9 million. Something I'm actually considering because I'm not so happy with him in game. So I would definitely consider that. But I want a little bit more, if I'm totally honest. I know his value is much less, but I'd still want to get more because I need more money to be able to bring in someone to replace him. So we'll delegate and we'll start the offer at, okay, 32.8 sounds about right. And don't sell the player for less than 20. I'd take 27 for him, to be fair. Tempted to go 28. It's obviously a big increase, but it's the amount that I'm looking for as a Premier League team as well. So we'll go with that. We'll apply that, and we'll see what happens. Obviously, don't want to be selling loads of our Napoli players, but certainly the ones that should be starting, but I just don't like in game so much. I think we should sell them, but we'll hopefully try and get a replacement very, very soon if he does go. Again, transfer talks break down for Giacchini. No interest really in that price tag from Porto, unfortunately. Seems like Southampton have agreed a deal to sign Hisaj. It's for £31.3 million as well. Really good amount for him, actually, considering his value is 13.5. I think we might have just got ourselves a good deal there. So we're going to sell him and we're going to accept the offer. Hope that they can negotiate some sort of personal terms over the next few days. And that means we need to go looking for a new right back now. But I think what I'll do is I'll listen to your guys' suggestions in the comments section below. If you have any suggestions yourself, we won't look at it right now because we obviously have a game against Milan first of all. We don't have the money just yet. So we'll also do a squad report hopefully next episode as well. So you guys can take a look at the progress so far by the current squad. Falcao, I didn't realise, is actually at AC Milan. So that's going to be a very interesting one, assuming that he starts this next game against Milan. We're in the quarterfinals now, so obviously looking to try and progress a little bit further on as well. But that's everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 75 likes, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.